have Renato Moicano versus Drew Dober, Money Moicano himself, the Moicano militia. Um, Renato Moicano, he's 17-5-1. He is coming off a pretty long layoff, if I remember. I think that the last time he fought was about like a year ago. So his last win was a submission victory over Brad Riddell, where he took over the mic and said Moicano wants money. So it's been a
Mhm.
long time since this guy's fought. I think he's coming off like a knee injury or something, right? Uh, So he's fighting against Drew Dober, 27-12, 4-1 his last five. Drew Dober is coming off a KO victory over Ricky Glenn. Both of these fighters are around the same age. I think Drew is going to be slightly older, but Moicano is going to have the taller frame and the longer frame here. Odds for this fight right now, Renato is actually at minus 175, so he opened up at a plus 110 underdog. And people have been taking dog action on Moicano and even the favorite action on Moicano as well. Gerard, I'll let you open up this prediction for the co-main event of the evening. What do you think about Renato Moicano versus Drew Dober here?
Renato Moicano, he's he's going to be the more well-rounded guy. I actually think that he has underrated stand-up, and I think he can mix it up in this fight. The one problem I do see is that it seems like he doesn't have too much head movement, and that might be a scary thing against Drew Dober, who has one punch power. But he also has Moicano also has that submission ability, the submission threat to mix up the grappling and even possibly get to the back of Drew Dober, get a rear naked choke. Um, I'm I'm pondering whether to play possibly Moicano sub by sub in this fight. I like Renato Moicano in this one, but it is still kind of scary up against Drew Dober, who's very durable and has that one punch power with Moicano if Moicano just stays in front of him. But I think Moicano is smart enough. I mean, he we see him analyze his fights, Moicano militia, and I'm pretty sure he knows the what he's up against Drew Dober here. So yeah, my pick here is Renato Moicano. Uh, probably a slight medium confidence on this one, and I may look to play some Moicano by sub.
Yeah, Moicano by sub right now is plus 200, so not too bad right there. Yeah, I mean, Moicano, quite the character. I actually really like him as a personality in the MMA scene. Just going back to his fight skills, technical striker, high level jiu-jitsu skills. He does have some nice leg kicks. I think that's also a clean jab as well. So he's able to work in some quick combos based off of that. The bad thing about his striking, though, is that he just has some chin issues. I mean, he's been knocked out in the UFC 3 times, and also he doesn't have that much power. He's zero KO wins in his career, so he really likes to go for those subs. Now, his grappling, it's actually a pretty high level. I think he has good jiu-jitsu skills. Top control is good. Transitions well in grappling exchanges. He's a really dangerous guy in submissions, though. I mean, he has 10 sub wins in his career, only one sub loss. Going back to Drew Dober, I mean, this guy's the Crimson Chin, fights with some crazy fighting power. He likes to pressure forward and just bully, cut off the cage, and angles pretty well. He has a high volume, just bully style. So he eats strikes and takes it on his Crimson Chin, right? That's his whole game plan. He just eats those strikes, takes it, and then dishes out some fight ending KOs. Now, this strategy doesn't work out all the time. I mean, if you look at his last fight against, Matt Favola, right? His last loss, it got cracked. So the chin, it is possible to crack that chin, but Matt Favola, he's like truly the steamroller. I mean, he has the power himself. So I don't think Moicano has that type of power. I think that Drew Dober does have some grappling. He has okay grappling skills. He likes to keep it on the feet though. 56% takedown defense, so about average, not too bad, but not the greatest either. He does like to just work his way up back up. Half of his losses are by sub, so in the UFC at least, he has four sub losses already. I believe that Moicano will be able to take Drew down and eventually grind him out for a submission. The only hesitation here is that Moicano is coming off an injury and has not fought in a year. So we just have no idea what this guy might look like. Maybe he's going to be better, could be worse, but that there is going to be some volatility in that because he has been inactive and he's coming off an injury. So I just want to point that out. He also has proven chin issues, and that's a bad recipe against a guy like Drew Dober. So pick here is Moicano by sub. I'm going to wait until the weigh-ins to decide whether to play this or not because I need to see what Moicano looks like. And obviously Drew Dober as well, just to see how both of them look like. If Moicano looks good, he could be a potential parlay piece. But I think I'm just going to play it safe and probably hold off, see how the fight plays out because there's just way too many variables for me to be able to see if he's actually a parlay piece or not. Also, he's been spending a lot of time on social media. Maybe it's because he's been injured.
Mhm.
He's been building a pretty good brand on his social media. So spending a lot of time on that. Is he training? I don't know. But well, I think that this will be a fight where I have to wait and see rather than try to play him. So that's going to be my pick there.